Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Bree. I'm a knitter and I am a crocheter, more recently knitter, but today I wanted to make a video going over all of my crocheted pieces I made in 2022 that are wearables. So that's things that I made specifically for myself and for my own wardrobe. And I wanted to, there's sourdough in the background. I wanted to rate these pieces, talk about what I like, what I don't like about them, how much I actually wear them, how practical they are, and just give them an overall rating. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I thought it made the most sense to go in chronological order. So that begins with my very first granny cardigan. So this cardigan was the first wearable piece I ever made. I've crocheted all my life, but it was more like blankets, baby blankets, sourdough. No. It was more like blankets, amigurumi, baby blankets. Nothing ever intricate where I like followed patterns for sizing and clothing and stuff like that. So this was my first piece, and I followed Passionate Goods Kelsey's YouTube video. So yeah, I really like this. All of the yarn was like value yarn. I think the brown, the light brown was definitely impeccable from Michaels. And then the two greens are, it was like Craft Smart, I think, value yarn. And then the dark brown was in an Ogo little tube with the 3 different colors. Sourdough, So yeah, the dark brown was in one of those little tubes with like the 3 different colors, and there was enough for me to add this brown to my cardigan. But overall, despite it being acrylic yarn, which as you'll see later, I have not enjoyed keeping up with, this one fits really well. It's not too stiff, it has that nice drape to it, so overall, I like this cardigan, and it still does get a decent amount of wear. I think I would rate it a 4 out of 5, just because it is acrylic, and for that reason alone, it's not as drapey as I would like, but for acrylic, it is pretty good. And I love the colors. Green and brown are my favorite colors. So yeah, that was my first piece. I made this in the summer. So these all start, I think I made this one in, what was it? I want to say June. So they all start, I guess, within the last 6 months of 2022. So after that one, I had purchased a bunch of the Karen cakes that were on sale at Michael's, and I got this one, and I like really wasn't looking at the composition of the fiber or anything. I just saw the colors and thought they were pretty, and I wanted to make another cardigan. So this one, I used another Karen cake, and I really like the colors of this one. It's like really deep, kind of muted blues and purples. And then of course I love the browns. I like the look of this one. I think my stitches are more consistent, and it seems more like the integrity of the structure is going to stay, whereas this one, I already had to repair my magic circles. They were coming undone. Let's see if I can show. Here. So my magic circle on this one right here had already started coming undone, and I had to do like yarn surgery and all of that, and it just feels like not how I like. Like it feels like it's just gonna kind of fall apart. It's not like a nice drapey, it's kind of like a flimsy drapey. So this one has better structural integrity. It doesn't seem like it's gonna fall apart, but it is wool, and I don't think it is the best quality wool. I haven't put it on in a while, so I guess I will find out again. And it's making me itchy, just like being on top over another shirt. It's making me itchy. Like I could not wear this for more than 10 minutes. So I don't know if it's just because I'm sensitive to wool, but I don't think that's really it. I think it's just the quality of this wool, because I can do like merino wool and other wools. This one, I can't. So I don't know, maybe I can give it to someone who has less of a sensitivity to wool, because the practicality of this one is just not great. I can't wear it because it's so itchy. I love the colors of it. I like how it has the different purples like within the sleeves, and it's not completely symmetrical. I do like that about it. And I think it's really pretty. It's just so itchy. I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 5 because I can't wear it. So what's the point of having it? Okay, so my next piece was in July of 2022. So I had made those two in June, and I was really liking making clothing, I found. And I wanted to do something different, so I made this guy. It is a Weasley sweater. As I've mentioned before, when I first start making like new things, whether it be cardigans or sweaters, I don't like to commit to patterns because they stress me out. Well, when I was new to it, they would stress me out. And I just want to freehand it because I kind of understand the like basic build of sweatshirts and sweaters. So I started this guy with the bottom ribbing, which was just like back loop only single crochet. And I did that until the band was how I wanted it to fit on my waist. And then I added some increases on the row right above it. I think I did an increase every 3 stitches when I started working the double crochet across. And that kind of made it like spread out so it cinches in at the waist. And I just worked a big rectangle up from there. And that was the back panel. And then the front panel, I did the same thing, and I added in this lettering. And I got this from a chart that someone posted because they made a Weasley sweater as well. I want to say it was Kahila. Her YouTube channel is Kahila. I'm pretty sure it was her, but I will double check and add it in if it was. It could have been one of her sisters. I don't remember exactly. But I followed the chart and just added in my lettering. And the yarns I used for this one are the Karen 1 pound for the red, and then an impeccable, I think it was called like gold, for the mustard yellow. And those are obviously the Gryffindor colors. And then after I did so I worked up the chart, and then I just did some shaping and then added in like a single crochet collar. And then I worked I'm trying to remember how I did it. I worked the sleeves in just big rectangle panels and then single crocheted it together. And then I did some decreases and finished with a back loop only single crochet ribbing cuff. So this guy is, I think it's pretty good for my first sweater, especially not having a pattern or anything. Like the others, well, the other one I've shown, it is acrylic and it's like stiff. It's not as stiff as other ones, but I hate how it looks when it's like you're wearing a sweater and it's just like stiff like that. Like it'll just hold out its shape if you touch it. And it's number 4 weight, which all of them have been. And now that I knit, I use like only number 1 yarn. And I guess depending on what I'm knitting, sometimes I'll use like a DK at most. This is number 4 weight and it's acrylic and it's just like stiff and I don't like that. However, this was only really meant to be like an around the house sweater, so I still wear it. Overall, I would give this like a 3.5 because I think it's cute. I love Harry Potter. I have all my Harry Potter books. And it was a really good first sweater, especially considering I didn't have a pattern or anything. So yeah, it holds a special place in my heart, but it's just the fabric that bothers me. The fit is good. So yeah, I would say 3.5. Would I make it again? I think I would make it again if I knit it and I did a B on it, which I should have done, but I was too scared. Like H's are symmetrical. So I found like, I was just gonna go ahead and try that. Where's a B? Like, no way. I wasn't gonna try it for a sweater. If I knit it, put a B on it, did it in different colors because I don't know. I just was doing like the basic Weasley sweater. I would do different colors and a different composition of yarn. So yeah, 3.5, I would make it again. Going into the next one, I had some yarns. I bought a bunch of Karen 1 pounds. I don't know why, but I had all these Karen 1 pound yarns and I made this what is this? Patchwork cardigan. This one I made, so I guess it isn't completely a patchwork cardigan because I made like the 3 panels. So I would make this bottom square and then I just changed colors for this square, changed colors for the square. So these are all crocheted together. This was crocheted as one piece. This was crocheted as one piece, if you can see it. And then at the end, I just single crocheted each of those 3 panels together, and that's how I got the back. And then as for the front, I crocheted this all as one piece and then did like a little half triangle one, and then crocheted this as one piece, and then again same thing, single crocheted them together. So there's no sewing at all in this, and I think I eliminated like half of the seaming together just by crocheting the panels as one piece. And then as for the sleeves, I'm pretty sure I just worked them right on to the cardigan itself and then did a little tiny cuff. I also did the ribbing different on this one. I alternated, what is it called? Front post and back post single, or I think I did half double crochets. And I think I like the ribbing a little bit better of this one. I don't know. I think it fits for this cardigan. So this one is cute, but it is so stiff and I can't stand that. It also does not fit right at all. Like if I put it on, let's see. So the concept was there for the triangles, but it doesn't sit on my shoulders like at all. Like if you can see, it's just too oversized. So I wanted this square to hit my shoulders right here and then have this triangle sit right here, but because of like the overall size of it, it just doesn't sit like that. So I think it would be cute, like oversized, if I had buttons on it. But at this point, because it's made of acrylic and I don't like how stiff it is, like I don't really want to add anything more to it. And I don't know. I've worn it like once, so it's definitely not like a closet favorite. It's cute. I love the colors. I mean, I really love brown and green. So I like the colors. I liked the structure of not actually sewing together the patches, making them consecutively, but it was just that same theme of acrylic yarn. So I'm gonna give this one another 3 out of 10. Maybe, yeah. No, 2.5 out of 10, or 5, I'm sorry. Just because it's just, I don't know, it's so bulky and I never wear it. It doesn't fit right. And look, it's like starting to pill even though I never even wear it. Like, I don't know if you can see, it's literally pilling right there. So yeah, 2.5 out of 10. Would I make it again? Probably not. I feel like the patchwork cardigans are not as trendy as they were when I made this. Like when I made this guy, that was all I saw on Instagram, was patchwork cardigans everywhere. And I want to say I made this in August. It was definitely August. Yeah, that's probably, no, it's not my least favorite. My next one is my least favorite. That is my second least favorite, and definitely one that I'm going to probably give to someone who will actually wear it or it will fit their body better. It's just doesn't sit right on me and it's no use with me, so there's no point in keeping it in my closet. Along with that trend, we have this guy. So by trend, I mean the Karen 1 pound acrylic yarns that I was just trying to use up. So this is the same, made in the same composition as my Weasley sweater. If I held them up to each other, they would probably be identical in shape. This one is a little more drapey, which is nice, but I think it is not cute at all. I tried to, like, you know, throw in some stripes and make it fun, and it's just so stiff. Like, I don't know. It just looks so bulky and stiff. That being said, I think I did a good job, like, being my second sweater, still not following a pattern, but overall, like, now that I knit and use, like, fingering weight yarn, this is just so bulky and big, and I don't know, it's okay. I just don't really like how it fits. I like the colors of it. I think they look good together. I like the neckline shaping. But like, look at, there's like, I don't know. Maybe it's just the nature of crochet too. It's just different than knitting, and I really prefer the look of knit sweaters, so it could be that. But would I make this one again? I probably would make something similar in like a paid knitting pattern with a better quality yarn that isn't acrylic, isn't so bulky, but yeah, I'm gonna give this one a 2 out of 5. Just because I don't think I've ever worn it. I wore it when I took a picture of it to post on Instagram when I first finished it, and this was also in August. And that's it. And I have never touched it since, so I'm definitely going to do something with this, maybe donate it or something like that. Because I don't know, I've had this struggle of like keeping the things because I made them, but in reality, I don't think you have to keep something just because you made it, especially if it's just taking up space in your closet and it can get used elsewhere. So that's definitely a project that I'm not planning on keeping or doing anything with for myself. So so this was kind of like I bought a ton of yarn in the beginning of summer and needed projects to make. So this was another yarn I bought in the beginning of summer, and I was like, you know what, I kind of want to make another granny cardigan. This is the Karen Cloud Cake, and it is so soft and fluffy and like light. You can see the difference between like this one being so drapey and pretty, whereas the other ones are like stiff and I don't know, not like this one just like hangs low and it fits nice and it's cozy. It is a lighter weight yarn. Like I think it's still labeled as number 4, but it doesn't feel quite like number 4 to me. So it's not as like warm as the other ones, but it's a good like transition piece from spring to winter to spring and summer to fall. There we go. I don't know why that was so hard to get out. It's a good transition piece. I like the colors. I think it's cute. I made this in like 2 days or something in the end of summer, and I wanted it for the fall, but for some reason here in Nevada, we just went straight from summer to winter, I felt like, so I didn't get to wear it at all. But the weather that we're going through right now, entering spring, would actually be a pretty good weather for it. I like this one. I think it is probably my favorite granny cardigan just because I can wear it around the house and like keep warm, or I can wear it out and about and it still looks okay. So yeah, I really like this one. I'm gonna give it a 4.5 because I think it's the best fit. It's softer, drapey. It has all the qualities I like that were missing in the other pieces. Would I make it again? Yeah, I probably would. Okay, so going along with that theme of the cloud cake cardigan, I made this little matching set. So I made these shorts, which I think are super cute, and I made this little matching like crop top. And this is supposed to be like a whole little lounge set that I can sleep in, and the top has like this ribbing to allow it to stretch, so it's kind of tight but it stretches around my body and it fits really well. It's just like kind of like fits like a, I don't know, like a crop tank top, and I wear it to bed. And these shorts I really do like the fit of. They are a little bit loose because the yarn has stretched and the ribbing has stretched more than I anticipated, so I didn't make it tight enough to stay around my body well. But overall, they still fit well and I can still wear them. So I like to wear this set to bed or one piece at a time. Would I make them again? I would probably, yeah, I think I would. I would definitely make this top again and actually use my measurements instead of just like hold it against my body and keep seeing. As for the shorts, I'd like to make shorts where the waistband folds down like that, and then I could like insert a drawstring in there. I don't know. That way I can, even with stretch and grow of the fabric, I can still cinch it to my size and not worry about them falling or anything like that. But I'm not really in the hurry to make shorts again. I don't know. They're fine. They're not it's just not my favorite project to make. And I think this year, one of my goals was to be more intentional with my projects and make things I actually want to wear. instead of just like making things because I can. So yeah, I would probably make it again, but not anytime soon. I do think it would be fun though to go over the construction and make it different now using things I've learned and incorporate a drawstring, and I don't know. Overall, they fit well. But yeah, there's that, and then they are made with the same yarn as the cardigan, so it can be like a whole little set, which I thought was cute. Like a pajama set. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I'm going to give these shorts and little crop top a rating of 4 out of 5 because they do get a lot of use. Like they're starting to be, what's the word? Not pilling. They're starting to just get that kind of texture of like clothes that have been worn a lot. They're not as soft. Yeah, I like them. I wear them a lot. They get a good amount of use. They're definitely in the keep pile as well. And then that brings us to our last piece. I did make a lot of pieces in between here, but they were all orders. This was when I was still taking like custom orders and commissions, and so a lot of pieces I made were going to people and I don't even have them to show. So I think I made this in September, and then this one I didn't make until December, or yeah. So that's like 3 months of just making orders for other people. And I was so ready to make something for myself. So I purchased this pattern. I know it's called the Millennial Jumper. I cannot remember the name of the girl who made it, but I will write it on the screen. I will go look at it. I purchased it off Etsy, and this is her. She's so cute. So actually, I made this. So my best friend wanted a cardigan, and I bought a bunch of yarn in bulk so we could have matching cardigans. So I made hers first, and the original pattern, let's see, this is the front. In the original pattern, it is a turtleneck, and this is a lot taller and it folds down. So I made hers first to get a sense of how the turtleneck would look and feel. And I just personally, I didn't like how it fit on my, I don't know, I felt suffocated. So when I made mine, which I literally made right after, I don't know how I didn't take a break in between, I finished hers and then started mine like 2 days later. So, when I made mine, I did not do the turtleneck because I didn't like how it felt. But other than that, everything about this one is the same as the pattern. It is a raglan sweater, so it starts at the neck and then increases are worked all the way down until you get to the body, and then you crochet in the round like a regular raglan sweater. And it's really cute. I like it a lot. This piece gets a lot of wear, and despite it being an acrylic yarn, it doesn't have like that stiff quality that the other ones have. I got this yarn from Love Crafts. Yeah. No. Knit Picks. Yeah. It is acrylic, but it's like a better quality acrylic. I think it's like premium premium acrylic or whatever it is. And it was a good quality. I spent more money on it. It's not like a value yarn, which I love because you can buy a lot of it, but I never actually wear the pieces I use value yarn in. So I think investing in your yarn, at least for me, helps me actually wear my projects. I wear this all the time. I wore this like last week. I wore a bunch in the winter. It's so warm. I can just wear like not this shirt, but like a shirt like this underneath it, and it fits so well. When I make it again, 100%. The only thing I don't like about it is the waistband falls a little bit too low. No, it's too tight to fit like where I want it to. So it kind of sits a little bit, I mean, it sits where it's supposed to. I just wish it sat a little bit lower. Overall, I love it though, and I love that my best friend and I have matching sweaters in the same color. I would give this like a 6 out of 5. It's my favorite sweater that I've ever crocheted, and it's the last sweater I've ever crocheted actually, because I've just been knitting ever since December. So yeah, I love this guy. It's amazing. It works up really fast. You're using an Aran weight yarn and like a 6mm crochet hook. Like I bust through 2 of these in a matter of like 3 weeks or something. And then I ended up just giving my friend hers for Christmas, and now we have matching sweaters, and we Snapchat all the time, and I see her wear hers, and I love that it gets good use for her as well. Okay, after going through all of those projects, I decided to make a keep pile and a going away pile. And for that going away pile, we're going to do the patchwork cardigan, the Potter sweater, which is hard because it's a favorite. It's my first sweater ever, but it just, if I'm not wearing it, there's no need to keep it. The other sweater that just sits in my closet unworn. And then this guy, which is actually really cute, but so unpractical because of its itchiness. All of those I have officially decided are going away. I don't need to keep them. Just because I made them doesn't mean they have to stay with me. And they can be used by someone who actually will enjoy them and wear them. And that leaves me to really appreciate the projects that I do wear, which is my millennial jumper, my granny cardi, my shorts and crop top set, and my very first wearable piece ever, which I think there's no way I could ever give that away. I know I'm over here preaching, like, just because you made it doesn't mean you have to keep it, but yes, I will have to keep this forever, and I do wear it. It's pretty good for all of the things it has going for it. So yeah, that is all of the wearable makes I made for myself in 2022. They were all crochet. I did make a few more wearable pieces. Oh, actually, I'm missing one. Let me go get it. I'm not sure how I forgot about this guy. Sorry, sourdough's being crazy. This is my striped crop top from Passionate Goods. She has a YouTube video, which I will link down below, a very in-depth tutorial on how to make it. And it's just so cute. I love it. It was my first like top that I made, and I think I made it in like May, so maybe it was my first piece. No, the granny cardigan was first. But yeah, it's acrylic, but despite it being acrylic, it doesn't have that stiff like feeling to it because it is tight to your skin and there's no room for the stiffness to show. However, it is acrylic and it is a summer top and it is so hot. So I will only wear this if I'm like going out after like 6-7 p.m., which is rare, very rare for me. But in the daytime in the summer, it gets like over 100 degrees here, so it's way too hot to be practical, but nonetheless, I still get pretty good use out of it. I wear it like if we go out to dinner or somewhere where we'll be inside. I can wear it. But yeah, it has a nice little lace up back, which helps with the fit. I can tighten it and loosen it, and it doesn't ever stretch too far to the point where you can't wear it anymore. And I've made a ton of these. When I made this one, all of my friends and family were so in love with it, so I made some projects for other people, for other friends. But yeah, this is definitely going in the keep pile. And that is, I believe, everything I made for myself in 2022. All crochet projects. I didn't start knitting until December, and it was a blanket. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see the evolution of my work throughout. I want to say I started in the end of May. So the end of May to the end of December. And I mean, we can really see the progression of the sweaters and all the clothes. And I think I'm having a fun time growing as a crafter and going through my clothes and seeing what I like and what I don't like and what I'm going to do again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching if you watched to the end. And I will be posting my everything I knit and crocheted. I did have some crochet projects in March soon. So go ahead and check out that video. But otherwise, have a great day. Thank you.